I want to address some of the issues that are going on in Nigeria, especially the language and utterances of President Buhari. You know, his utterances, and the language, they are not acceptable. They are totally unacceptable. It shows he lacks knowledge. You cannot bring solution when you do not know the problem. You have to understand, the culture, the way people are thinking and the way they are doing their own things. So, because especially when he mentioned um, that he will treat them in the language they will understand. You know, for me, that shows a man who belongs to the past. I think the memory of civil war, Nigerian Biafran civil war, is still lingering in the mind of Buhari, and he has not, you know, led the past. The thing is still hanging on him, and that is why he's still, patronizing and speaking in that language, because 5 million people died during Biafran Nigerian civil war. And for a president and also a former military general who was involved in that dispute problem, to be addressing that shows that he is still being oppressive. He has oppressive mentality, and that is very, very bad. A leader is not supposed to, be so biased and so prejudiced, and also to have that kind of mentality. Because if you have that kind of mentality, you can't solve people's problem. You can't even, engage with them. And the second thing he says that the Igbos are like a dot in a circle. When you reduce a group of people, in that manner, something is fishy about it. It is not acceptable. You know, saying that the Igbos are a dot in a circle, to me, it debases people. So you cannot, debase human being, reduce them to a dot in a circle. Because if you are doing that, it means you do not understand the composition of a human being. You do not understand what human beings are. And the negative attitude, is coming from the negative thinking and from the negative behaviors. So if you have a negative thinking, definitely you have a negative attitude. And that negative attitude is what, President Buhari is showing. That means he is not, in touch with Nigerians. He's not in touch with the Biafrans. He's not in touch with the Igbos. So, and for him to claim to be a leader of a country and is not engaging, that is very absurd. That is very, something one cannot understand. And for him to be saying that it is morally reprehensible, it is not, it is immoral, to say the least. Because when you reduce people, that shows that there is something you are planning to do. And if people who normally commit genocide, they first of all reduce people, they reduce a group of people probably to a dot, and then annihilate them. So the precursor to genocide is when you start thinking in your mind that people, God created, that people are like a dot, that people are a dot. You cannot reduce, the one of the major group of the people in Nigeria. Sorry, one of the major groups of people in Nigeria. You cannot reduce them to a dot. If you are doing that, you are debasing them. They are dehumanizing them. And President Buhari is supposed to be, put into accountability. He has to show accountability. He has to show character. So it's not like opening your mouth and saying something. That message, is a strong language. And that language tells more about him. He betrays him. It shows he is not in touch with the reality. It shows that he doesn't understand the dynamics, the changes that are going on in Nigeria. He doesn't understand what is going on in Nigeria. And then for him to say Nigerians are lazy, that's a way of avoiding responsibility. You are made a leader, and you are telling the world that Nigerians are lazy. That means you can't solve the problem. So that means you can't engage with them. And these things are opportunities, he would have used, to bring Nigeria together, to bring solution to the problem in Nigeria. But these things, opportunities, has been lost. So these opportunities have been lost because he is not using them in any way. So that's why I'm saying that Buhari lacks knowledge. He's out of touch. The memory of the past is still hanging in his mind, and therefore he can't bring solution to the problems in Nigeria today. And the fourth one, when he says that his wife belongs to the other room and that his wife belongs to the kitchen, that is patronizing enough. This is, a language we do not expect from somebody who is, claiming to be leading a country. It's a language which the street people, can express. But it's not a language somebody who claims to be a president or who claims to be a leader should be using. So you are now telling us that your wife, is a slave to you. That is morally reprehensible. That is unacceptable. And if you look at what is going on in Nigeria, if the problem of Boko Haram, the problem of insurgency, the problem of herdsmen, the problems that are going on in Nigeria, these things, they reflect, lack of leadership. Because if there is no law and order, the nation does not exist. If there is no law and order, there is no country. So as I'm saying to you now, there is no law and order in Nigeria. And Nigeria is disintegrating because it's not in control. It's not in touch with what is going on. So the basic thing is law and order. Everything in life is on law and order, but there's no law and order in Nigeria. A lot of people are doing things in different ways and in their own way in Nigeria, and everything is out of control. Two days ago, at Kebbi, 80 students were kidnapped by terrorists or by Boko Haram. So this consistent, attack on the innocent people, harassment, they are not what we're supposed to be seeing in a country. They are what we see in a country that is disintegrating, that is, becoming chaotic. And if you can't control the situation, you should resign. A lot of innocent people have lost their life in Nigeria. People are being harassed. People are helpless in Nigeria. And then you are coming out to say that people, are like a dot in a circle. What does that show? It shows you are not, you're out of touch. For goodness sake, this is a shame. This is a travesty for a leader who says he's a leader of a country, to be saying that and to be, doing things in the way he's been doing things. This body language, his utterances, the way he's handling issues, So he's not engaging with anybody. He's not engaging with the people. And the worst part of it is the judiciary, the lawyers and the judges and the courts are on strike. For a long time now, people have not been having fair trial. There's supposed to be fair trial. There's supposed to be, rule of law in the country. There's no rule of law. All we are seeing is anarchy. All we are seeing is confusion. So can someone tell me what kind of a country that you live in or you live in, and anytime you could be executed, you could be killed? And the funny thing is that he's using the military, to carry out his personal agenda. He's using the military for his self-interest. He's using the police force, for his own, ends, for his own means, for his own interests. And this is not acceptable. You see, the government is not supposed to use power in an arbitrary and in a tyrannical manner, as we're saying now. He has muzzled the judiciary in Nigeria. Now he has, is in control, absolute control of the Senate and the House of Representatives. You know, the House of Representatives, the Senate, they are not working at the moment. It's been hijacked by Buhari. You know, so the courts, the judges, the judiciary is not functioning. The judiciary has been hijacked at the same time. So the three arms of government, the two arms of government, the three arms of government are not working. The executive is not working properly. The legislative arm is not working. The judiciary is not working. So what do we have? Is only but chaos and the unexplained situations in Nigeria. So what I'm saying today is, Buhari, the language you are using shows that you lack wisdom. You lack, it shows that you lack, knowledge. And if you lack knowledge, you cannot rule a country. You can't bring solution to the problem. So for you to have solution to a problem, you have to engage with them. You have to involve the people. You have to be, show, empathy, show commitment. But you're not showing commitment in any manner. And for us to be, accepting this kind of thing is ridiculous. We can't accept this anymore. So what I'm saying is, the government should not be using the power in arbitrarily and in a tyrannical manner. The test of government, the test of everything is if the judiciary is working. Is there an independent judiciary? Is the judiciary independent? Is there any independence, on the side of the judiciary? That we don't have independent judiciary in Nigeria. It's being controlled by Buhari. So all these things are causing a lot of problem in Nigeria. So my message to President Buhari is that you cannot carry out genocide in Nigeria. You cannot dehumanize and reduce the Igbos to a dot. This is immoral. This is, unjustified. This is against God. You can't do that. And in the past, you've been using that. You've been using the military to execute and kill people, especially in the southeast and in the southwest. So this is a huge problem. And you are saying that people are clamoring for self-determination. It's because you are not in control. It's because you are not, engaging them, because you are prejudiced, you are biased. You only, looking after a section of people, which for me does not show common sense, does not show judgment at all. So to summarize, I am saying that President Buhari should resign because he's out of touch, because he's not engaging people, because he has got opportunities but he hasn't used them. This is the darkest period in the history of Nigeria. But at the same time, we have the brightest time. So it all depends on our choice. For Nigerians, it is your choice. For the people, it is your choice. This is the darkest time. This is the brightest time. So it is our choice on what we do with our time. It's our choice what we do with the moment. So if we do not pressure Buhari to resign, the mayhem, the mismanagement, and the inconsistencies we're seeing in the government will continue. And we'll be seeing the activities of Boko Haram, kidnapping, maiming, executing people. This is not a country. There should be law and order. And if there is no law and order, we don't have a country. We don't have a nation. Thank you.